What's up? What's going on? It's Tastepink, aka your favorite auntie, and I'm back for yet another braided wig review. And this is a box braid wig from Rayzeesignaturehairs. I'm sure you guys have heard about her here on YouTube. And when she contacted me to do a review on this gorgeous unit, I definitely had to say yes. I am pleasantly surprised with my order. I love everything about how this unit looks, the style, the vibe it gives me. Is very Moesha. But before we get into the meal, make sure you subscribe, turn your notifications on, join the family, girl. It's lit. But if you're following me on Instagram, and if you're not, make sure you do that. But I've been switching up my look so much, and my most recent look has been this box braid wig. Now, this is not the first time I'm wearing this. I actually wanted to test this out and really see how much I can get into it. And I have to tell you, Rayzeesignaturehairs, you did your thing. So when I first checked out her website, there were two styles that I fell in love with. One of them was named Sheila and the other one was Julia. Now Julia was a super tiny, like needle twist kind of unit, and then the other one, Sheila, was more so like a jumbo box braid unit. And so I guess, you know, with her expertise, she kind of met me somewhere in the middle, and that's how we arrived at Petra. So this is Petra. This is a full lace wig. There are absolutely no wefts, sis. It's not a 360, all braids throughout, so it looks exactly like scalp, and it's in the color 1B35. They didn't have the color 350, which I was going for because you guys said I need to try new things, but the color 35 was the closest, and it's like a burgundy kind of brick red, and it's super gorgeous. And this unit is super long. It's about 26.5 to 27 inches. So you can't be shy wearing this. But after I sealed down all the details that I wanted for this particular unit, and let me just say, she was very responsive and on top of it, okay? You know, my team, we were a little lacking, but she was definitely on top of everything. And so I believe it took about 7 days for the unit to process. And then she shipped it via DHL. So within 3 days, I received my unit. Now when you get your unit, it's coming in a very standard kind of Ziploc bag, and when you take it out, I did notice there was a light fragrance. I'm someone who's sensitive to fragrances, so if this is, you know, your same concern, you can always, you know, in a basin add lukewarm water, apple cider vinegar, and a lightweight shampoo, and let it set for about 30 minutes and then allow it to air dry. You may have to let this type of unit dry overnight because it is significantly longer. So once I looked at the unit, I did notice that at the front near the perimeter hairline, there's like this white residue. I don't know what it was, but it is definitely noticeable. So if that bothers some of you, you know, just like I said, rinse your unit before you wear it. And then I also did notice near where the baby hairs are, there's like this line of demarcation. It looks like there's this clear thread kind of weaved through the lace. It's not something that's going to bother you. If you trim the lace just behind that kind of line of demarcation, you're going to be good. It's actually pretty good because it helps you and it kind of acts as a guide of how you should cut your lace. But I want to say this unit is one of the best fitting units I've had. For this to be so intricate, so like super just, it's like the design of it is not simple, but it fits perfectly. It's very roomy. I have braids in my hair going straight back, so I did want to have a flat base when I put this on, but it is super easy. I actually sewed an elastic band onto the unit because I wanted to make sure that it fit perfectly, and I attached the ends of the elastic band near the combs and right where the seam of the lace is on each side, so it fit perfectly. Again, my head circumference is about 23 inches, and like I said, she did an awesome job at fitting, and I told her my head circumference up front so she knew. So she gives you a ton of baby hairs. They're braided at the front when you get it. So for me, what I advise you all to do before you even try to like style your baby hairs, trim the lace before you unravel that braid at the front, because it's going to make the styling process so much easier, and I'm glad I did it. And trimming the lace is no problem before you go ahead and, you know, do your baby hairs. But then, you know, styling the baby hairs was super easy. I definitely thinned them out, but you do have an option to get the more full baby hair look, or you can request sparse or like none. But I loved the fact that I could just, you know, customize my perimeter hairline. So one of the things that I noticed about this unit, and like with other braided wigs, it seems like the lace is of a darker color. And for someone like myself, like when I had a tan, this unit probably would have been perfect, but I'm kind of losing my tan. So the thing with this is it's very noticeable. There's a contrast in the color. So for deeper complexions, this is perfect. But for someone like myself, you have to be very strategic. And I really wanted to use the baby hairs to kind of disguise like the lace so you don't really see the color. And I think I did a pretty good job in comparison to my last braided wig. I think I learned a thing or two. I know y'all will definitely let me know in the comment section below. But I definitely think that this is super beginner friendly. The only thing is, when you are applying your wig, I use the Got to Be Glued method strictly on the sides. So I didn't adhere at the front. I just used the Got to Be Glue sculpting gel. That's my favorite one. And I apply that to the baby hairs, and that's what adheres the rest of the front of the unit. But let it set for about 30 minutes just to make sure you're good. And again, this unit is not going anywhere, and I'm definitely comfortable with that. I even styled it a little bit. I wanted to do something different, but you can wear this in a ponytail going straight back. You can kind of separate it and do a little, you know, half up, half down kind of thing if that's something you're going for. But for me, I wanted to be super simplistic. But I will say, give your unit time to kind of like train itself and relax, because when I did receive the unit, it was like a little bit stiff near the roots, or kind of like where the beginning of the braid is, because you know when you braid super tight, the box braids can be a little bit stiff. But just give it time and it'll definitely loosen up. And the only thing that I would say, I wish that she would have taken more time to like trim away the excess flyaways on each braid, because it's definitely noticeable. But beyond that, I do not have many complaints. Again, you get adjustable straps with this unit at the back. But again, I installed an elastic band because I have a larger head and I wanted a more comfortable fit. If you are someone who would like those additions, like let me have an elastic band, bleached knots, or if you want a little bit more customization to your unit, those are additional charges. But this unit starts at $180. So I do think that that is definitely reasonable for the amount of braids that I have, the amount of length that I have. This unit is super long, and I can definitely tell I will have this for months, years to come. This is an investment that is so well worth it. Now, this unit again is super long, and as you get towards the ends, she kind of started to twist them, but they are unraveling a little bit. So I just hope in the future, if I were to ever purchase a unit like this with my own coins, I want to make sure that they're sealed and, you know, they're not gonna unravel. But of course you can dip these in hot water, twist them yourselves as a remedy. But I want you guys to tell me what you think. I think this unit is gorgeous, and it's perfect if you just wear it down. It gives me so much like 90s vibes. I think it's so gorgeous, and I love the color. I think it's perfect for fall, and I would honestly consider wearing this on vacation. But okay, sis, I gotta go. I hope you guys enjoyed this little review. Make sure you check out Rayzee's Signature Hairs. I'll have her website and all of the details listed in the description box. And if you do decide to purchase, when influencers do these types of reviews, that can potentially increase their orders, and that influx may cause a change in the processing time. So just keep the lines of communication open so you know everything about your order before you finalize it, because I don't want you guys to be upset. I just wanted to give you guys that tea because I got a lot of questions last time. But make sure you subscribe, join the family, follow me on Instagram, and kiki with me in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. I'll see you in the next one.